Hi, my name is Harsha. Harsha also means feliz in Spanish and happiness in English. So I am basically a very happy person and I have a website, Harsha and Bliss, which I am developing. You'll see it written down in the bottom of my screen. Anyway, today I am stepping out of my comfort zone and I'm beginning a series of videos as long as it takes about a subject which mystifies many, which antagonizes many, and which is a difficult medium for people simply because it's beyond your five sensory organs, five senses. But nevertheless, it is no less important and it involves each one of us. The subject is spirituality, not religion, not spiritualism, spirituality. Pure and simple spirituality. So, what is spirituality? First thing is, why are we talking about this subject? Is it important? People think it's some kind of a mumbo jumbo, some Asian stuff. But it is actually a subtle medical science which involves each one of us, and it is the most neglected part of our existence. We have, as part of our existence, we have three layers, three levels, three parts. Physical body, mind, psychic existence, and spiritual existence, soul. These three things combine together to form what we are. Now, the body and the mind, everybody knows. Body is the most common thing, even the most basic of human beings are totally involved in our physical existence. We eat food, we enjoy physical things, we have sex, and so on. And then there is mind. Mind and body are interrelated. There is a part which we use our sensory organs to enjoy. Enjoyment comes through the mind. And there is something which exists in the mind which we practice through the physical body. So physico-psychic, psychophysical. And then there is pure psychic, things that exist only at the mental level. So, these, until here, we are all aware of it, we are all experiencing it, and we all recognize it. Then comes the higher level. There is soul, without which there is no existence. And I'll tell you what is soul. And what relates, the science relating to soul is your spirituality. It is an actual science. It is not a psychic or imaginary thing. Somebody's figment of imagination. No. It is part of you. And why I am saying that? Look around yourselves. There is chaos today. There is a chaos developing around us. We are intelligent, and yet there is a problem. Why? Because we have neglected our spiritual soul level existence. You give, for each existence, you need food. You need food for the body to survive. You need food for mind to survive. And you need food for your soul to survive. And that is not being given because it's not understood. Why? Because it's beyond your five senses. We either run away from it, or we are scared about it, or we are simply ignorant. But if you ignore it at your own peril. Anyway, so that is what we are talking about now. And the purpose of these series of videos is to bring to you the knowledge that I have gathered through my lifetime. So here where my introduction comes into play. Who am I? I am Harsh. But who is Harsh? Why is it important for these videos? Why should you listen to me? On this subject, you have hundreds of people talking about it. But here is where I separate from others. I am not talking about theory. I will not talk about books. I will not talk about things that I have read from books. No. Why? Because I was a monk. For 4 years, I practiced meditation as a monk. I've been practicing meditation since I was 7 years old. And this form of meditation is the purest form. And the purest form is what is known as Tantra. I know a lot of people will, say, oh my God, what is this? Tantra has been maligned by a lot of people because most of it is Avidya Tantra, the worldly, physical, materialistic form of Tantra. But I practice Vidya Tantra. Tantra which deals with spirituality, with liberation, with salvation of soul, with merging into the cosmic mind. The objective is not physical, but it will affect your mind and body tremendously. Because that's where your energy is actually coming from. If your soul is dead, you will be dead in no time. But you don't know. Every day, the hormones descend from top to bottom, from higher level of glands to lower level of glands. Yes, this is a medical science. Why do human beings have such a complex structure? We have a complex structure of glands, nerves, and so on. Animals don't have so much because they are driven by instincts. But the moment the evolution brings you to human level, you become independent. You get willpower, you get power of discrimination, higher levels of mind, the fourth level of the mental layer, Vijnanmay Kosh. I will talk about these things in subsequent videos. Everything will be laid out very, very clearly. I have been taught by the ultimate spiritual master, my guru, who was the ultimate Vidya Tantra. It's known as a guru who is the bridge between the creation and the non-creation, beyond creation. So, I'm going to simplify these things. Through my life span, I've gone through all the things, and I have understood the role of spirituality in our everyday life, in each and every action. And mind. So, who is Harsha? Why am I competent to talk to you? And why should you listen to me? I was initiated when I was 7 years old. It's a brief thing so that you understand why I am saying all these things. I was born in a spiritual family. My grandmother was the nun, founder nun of this spiritual organization. And yes, you have to be part of some system. How? Let's say there is science available in books and you can go to a library and read. But why should you be going to a institute, let's say Massachusetts, MIT? Because they have a system. They teach you in a methodical way. And we get all the information in a methodical way. And you graduate. But if you want to get that information, you have to take admission in that institute, isn't it? Similarly, you have to get, I know I've come across a lot of people who say, oh, I can read and I can do this and I can do yoga and all that. But you will not get anywhere. And I'll tell you why. As you go up the layers of mind, you reach what you call as pituitary gland, which is the seat of mind. But the soul is at the pineal gland. So from pituitary gland to pineal gland, there is a journey where mind doesn't exist. Its existence gets dissolved at this point. This journey is only possible by the power of the Guru and your love for God. I know this is higher sciences, which we'll come to later on. So, we need to understand that, well, I was talking about myself, I got lost. At the age of 26, I was working on a ship. I'm a seafarer, I'm a captain at sea, actually. But my main passion and my life revolves around spirituality. We have to do something or the other for our profession. So anyway, I was in China when I had certain experiences, very profound experiences, something which is known as samadhi. Deep concentration. Something which takes you through these layers of mind into the realm of soul. Can't explain it because there is no mind left. As you cross that layers, the mind goes lighter, thinner, and then it reaches its end of existence, its origin. And when you are transported beyond it by that pull, by that cosmic pull, by the power of Guru, you experience that Nirvikalp Samadhi, the concentration, the state, I would say, it's not concentration because it's not mind anymore. It's a state where you dissolve your soul into the cosmic soul. But it's temporary. It's a given thing by the gift. It's a gift of the Guru. In order for you to understand that this physical world is not the only thing, we need to understand and utilize our faculties, our complex structures for the mind to evolve to higher layers so that you can complete your final journey, your journey that you have been created for. And that is what something I experienced, and I then renounced my life because I saw something. I'll tell you something. I'm a very big non-believer. I am not a religious person. Spirituality is not religion. Religion is not spirituality. And I question everything. I don't believe anything which is told to me. Without questioning, you should not go ahead. So, I questioned it and I got the answers. And I moved on. When I get an answer, I give it my all. I became a monk and I was trained in the science of initiating people into the science of meditation. The process in which you are guided from A to Z, without which is a very dangerous process. Why? Because it gives you powers. It's called Kundalini Sadhana. Your latent Kundalini Shakti, or the energy, serpentine energy sleeping at the base of your spine, will rise as you meditate. And without the power of the Guru, it's not advisable to do it. It's like self-medication. You start doing medication without thinking and you end up in a sick bed. So I learned that. I gave a lot of initiations. I worked in India, I worked in the Middle East, in Egypt, Cyprus. Subsequently, I went to South America and I taught there. You can see certain photographs I have put up on my website, where I went and I taught finally in Argentina. Went to Brazil, I went to Paraguay, went to Argentina finally. In this time, my Guru passed away and I decided to return back to my civil life, which was what the objective was of my Guru. Because as a monk, you are limited to a certain people. But as a civilian, I can move freely. I can talk to you. I am not limited by the strict, stringent rules of a monk. So this is why and from 1987 to 1991, I was a monk. And since then I came back to see, and I have continued my profession and I have continued my meditation. And I have found that these two actually are the same. And this is how I am going to explain to you that your everyday life is part of your spiritual progress. Your struggles show you that you are progressing. If a person does not want to struggle, he will not progress. No pain, no gain. And this is how we will go through these videos, and I'll explain to you the layers of physical and mental structures which will help us to move ahead into spiritual realm. Now, what is spirituality and why is it important? There is a big confusion because there is something called religion, there is something called spirituality. These two don't coexist actually. Religion has nothing to do with God. Yes, nothing to do with God. It has got to do with the image of God that man can manipulate. Religion is man-made. It is made by certain societies, peoples with vested interests. And they pose themselves as agents of God. God has not given any agency to anybody. I'll tell you, the most vital things for our existence are very, very, very much free. Oxygen, air, free. Water, free. Hopefully. Similarly, God is free to you. Why? How? It is inside you. You don't have to go to places. You don't have to go to a temple or any structure or anybody. You need to understand this science. I am bringing it to you. It is inside you and you are searching everywhere. You know, there is in the Himalayas, there is a deer. It's called Kasturi deer. Kasturi is a puff, like a powder puff. It's a puff in the navel of a deer. It's very aromatic. And this deer, when it urinates and all that, it's got this perfume smell all around it. And it's going crazy, trying to find where it is coming from. And it's coming from itself. Similarly, why do you go to a temple? Why do you go to a church? Why do you go to any such place in search of what? Because there is a call from within you, from your soul, asking you to be with that cosmic flow. But actually it's within you. And you go outside, you do this, that, and you satisfy your body, mind, but it is not satisfied. It never will. Because it's inside you and you are not going in the right direction. So religion will not get you anywhere. Spirituality will. Why? Spirituality is a science. It is nothing to do with, it's not man-made. It is the science of creation. And this is something that I will try to explain to you through my videos. I hope you will listen to them, and I hope that you, through your contacts, you spread it further and be part of this movement. This is a movement I am trying to start, so that what I have is very, very precious, and I don't want that it should die with me. For me, it is of no use. I am already practicing every day, and I will benefit from it, and I will move on. We are all travelers on a journey from the basic form of creation to the cosmic level. We have to go and move. A river flows down and finally merges into the ocean. A human being started his journey as a basic animal level at a lower level, evolved over lifetimes and many lifetimes, came to human level, then proceeded from animality, animal human level to divine human level. And then the mind expands, the drop of water of the individual merges into the ocean of water. The quality is same. Remember, man is made in the image of God. We are reflections of God. Everything is within us. So, we have to realize that through a process called meditation. You see, everybody does contemplation. Without thinking, you can't exist. We only have to do thinking in a concentrated way. And that is meditation through initiation. A process in which you are taught how to bring your mind to a certain direction. You see, if you use a magnifying glass, there is light all around us, but do we feel anything? No. The moment you concentrate it through a magnifying glass and it's pinpointed, it generates tremendous amount of heat and catches fire. Our mind is around all 360 degrees. No power. The moment you give it a direction, a point, tremendous power. So that is the purpose of meditation. How to sit down, how to do your withdrawal process of mind into a point and then give it a direction, the cosmic direction. This is the process of Tantra. Tantra means, Tan is darkness, Tra is Tran, liberation. Liberation from darkness is Tantra. It's a direct process. There is no intermediate medium or agency. You are there, God is there. There is nothing in the middle. So this process will be taught to you along with the science that supports it, because there are things that you need to understand so that you don't get distracted, disturbed, or destroyed. Yes, it's like, when you walk and you fall down, there is dust, you can just wipe it off. You're running, you fall down, you get few scratches. You are in a car, you have an accident, you can break a few bones. And if you are in a plane and you have a crash, you will die. So is the speed of mind. When the mind is moving, not moving at all, it falls down, nothing happens. But as you progress faster, your mental speed is increasing. And you need support, you need help, you need protection. And that is where Guru comes into play. I'll talk about these things in future videos. I'm going to start a series and hopefully it will help everybody. Help me, help yourselves. Thanks.